Hello everybody, this is the Magic Man, the tennis preacher, the prophet, the psychic, coming back at you again with another video. This is the Magic Man, the tennis preacher, the prophet, the psychic, coming back at you again with another video. Oh my God, wow. Man, this is unbelievable. People, listen, I'm going to get to, before I get to the title of the video, why Federer blew 2 match points. I mean, listen, man, this is a deep match, but still, Federer had it on his racket. I want to talk about that because I'm going to give y'all some other channels explained it like on the surface. They did a good job. They talked about did Federer use the right strategy. Most of them, Federer didn't make errors when he had double match points. So the other channels, they're explaining, should he have done this, should he have done that, did he do the right thing? But y'all know me, I get psychologically deep and spiritually deep. I'm going to tell y'all why on a deep emotional level. And I've already covered this in another video, but I'm going to tell y'all why Federer blew 2 match points, okay? And but before I get into that, okay, let me let Djokovic fans know, because they probably like, tennis prophet, where are the Djokovic videos? Oh, I got plenty videos coming. Djokovic has won 4 of the last, let me get it right, 5. Man, he can win he's the clear favorite, not the clear favorite. Because we know, man, he plays better on the hard court than even the grass, so you can imagine what he's going to be like there. So he's already won 4 of the last 5 majors. Only the French Open he didn't get. So, man, that's really almost like winning winning the Grand Slam a little bit, like a mini Grand Slam. But, and I want to say this here, people, a lot of Djokovic, not a lot. Now, a few Djokovic fans, I mean, that's cool, I'm tough. They try to come at me hard sometime because I chose Federer. Listen, people, now let me say something. Because I chose Federer to beat Djokovic, I just thought maybe Federer could do it. And people, listen, let me say something about that. There was a couple of Djokovic fans, they jumped in the comment section saying, Magic Man, you were wrong. People, listen, as far as my analysis, I was right. People, I'm the only person that said this was going to be a thriller in Manila. There was most Djokovic fans said this is going to be easy work, straight sets. Federer is going to break down early. People, I told y'all. I mean, so from if you listen to that video, even now, if you go listen to my video, people, as far as analysis, I was right. Listen, I didn't get the result right. I mean, the result prediction right, because, man, anybody can luck up and get a prediction, man. Man, you could go on the street and ask some old grandmother who's never watched tennis, who's never watched sports, never played tennis, and say, Grandma, who do you think's going to win between Simona Halep and Serena Williams? And Grandma says, well, I don't play tennis. I don't know who Serena is, and I don't know who Halep is. And you can say, Grandma, guess. Okay, Grandma say, okay, Halep's gonna win. So if Halep wins like she won, does that make Grandma a genius? So you see, predictions are easy. You can get lucky with a prediction, but it's the analysis. I told y'all people this was gonna be a hell of a match. Most people, even Federer fans, thought this was gonna be Djokovic in 4 sets. But the tennis prophet, hey man, listen, I can't do nothing about the match points, okay? I'm not playing, okay? All right, so let me see if there's anything else I want to say. Yeah, but I do have a lot of Djokovic videos coming. And people, here's another thing, man. This is what's crazy, people. Listen, this is an omen. This is like a bad omen for Federer. People, this is crazy. How in the world can you have 2 match points back in 2009, was it 2009 and 2010, back-to-back U.S. Opens against the same guy, and then you have 2 match points again? People, forget. I know somebody said, well, it's because Djokovic is so tough. Yeah, forget this. Listen, that's like some spiritual shit. People, you understand what I'm saying? That's like an omen. If Djokovic did that to me, and listen, people, Federer didn't make errors. He didn't make errors when he had double match point. You can question how he came to the net, but he didn't make an unforced error. And also, people, when he had the double match points in the other two U.S. Opens, he didn't make errors. Djokovic say he closed his eyes and hit it. So, people, that's like some spiritual stuff. If that happened to me, I would think, hey, man, this guy was chosen. I almost starting to think that now, that Djokovic was chosen to become the GOAT over Federer. I'm telling y'all, man. But now let me get to why. Y'all know I'm deep now. And now, Federer fans, I did do a video on this, and you know what, man? A lot of Federer fans agree with me. No Federer fan even made a negative comment when I did the video on what I'm getting ready to talk about, why I think Federer blew those match points. And this ain't the first time he's done that. So this is not about Djokovic. He did it with Del Potro, because somebody, I know what a Djokovic fan is saying. Magic Man, give Djokovic credit. Djokovic toughness intimidated Federer. People, y'all remember Indian Wells 2 years ago? Federer blew 2 match points against Del Potro. And you people, listen, this is one thing, it's only one thing I can't explain. I'm going to explain everything else. I don't know why Federer has that irritated look on his face even when he's up. Now, I can understand if he's down. If Djokovic got double match point, he got an irritated look on his face because he's getting ready to lose, okay? Because Djokovic has got 40, he got 5 double match point. But people, if it's the opposite, he should have been happy. He should have been looking, he should have looked up at his wife who had her head down so she knew what was going to happen. Because she know Federer, when he has that he loses. Like I told y'all in a video a year ago, every time Federer got that irritated look, Federer fans know what I'm talking about. Now, when he played Nadal the other day, when he had match point, he was sort of smiling. You can see he had an inspirational look. And people, now I know what some people are saying. They gonna say it's because it's Djokovic. No, people. Sometimes he used to have it with Nadal all the time. So he could have it with certain people on certain days. It could be when Federer gets upset by like a Tsitsipas, he got that irritated look on his face. Okay, you understand? So it doesn't matter. It could be a player that's ranked number 20 in the world. I cannot explain to you why sometimes he has an irritated look on his face at certain times, even when he has match point and he's up. You would think, well, I'm up now. I got 45. I was losing against Djokovic. Now I got a chance to close this out. And also, I got a point to give. Even if I miss the next point, because it's double match point, I still got 1 match point left. People, that doesn't matter. So Federer still got that irritated look on his face. But I think I do know why. Okay, people, let me get to the point. There's 2 reasons. And I've already covered this in videos. So this is not, if you've been following my channel, I've already said this. Okay, people. Here's the first reason why Federer blew the 2 match points. I made a video, and most people agree with it. I said that Federer got mental focus. He got mental toughness. Now, people think there is a difference between mental toughness and emotional toughness. Federer got mental toughness, but he don't have emotional toughness. Nadal got emotional toughness. Now, some people think emotional toughness is mental toughness. So you may say, well, Magic, what's the difference? Now, like I explained in the video, when I did this subject topic, people, mental toughness, well, mental focus is different than emotional focus, because emotional focus is more passion. Look at me. Like you see Djokovic like this, Nadal's like this. People, listen. I was not a pro, but people, when I played like 5-5 to low open level, something around there, and people, I played a few open tournaments, and one thing even people that would beat me, they would say, hey man, you got a serious passion. You are a serious tough player, okay? And I had a friend that texted me today. He said, Magic, if you were in Federer's place, you wouldn't have blew 2 match points. He was a Nadal fan. And I know what he meant. A lot of people have told me that if I was a pro, that people, what I'm saying is emotional toughness, that's when you focus the passion, okay? When you focus the energy. Y'all see the way I'm looking now? You know Federer ain't that way. But Nadal is that way, and we know Djokovic is that way. And sometimes when the level ain't quite where you want it, or when the match is close, that emotional toughness. Look what I'm doing. Look at my hand. The people, that can get you over the hump. And it got Djokovic over the hump. And if the other guy is just depending on mental focus, like Federer was mentally focused. You see he was focused? Yeah, you can't, listen, you can't win 20 majors if you're not mentally focused. But a lot of people, when Federer lost against Nadal all those times, that was emotional toughness he lacked. Emotional focus. But we called it mentally weak. Even I used to call it that, but I know better now, okay? So that's the number one reason. Imagine, people, let's go today. When Federer had 45, okay, so imagine if when he came to the net, he would have grunted, like, yeah, and pumping his chest. Okay, people, even lesser players got emotional focus. Like Monfils, you see Monfils pumping his chest? People, now somebody may say, okay, why doesn't he have that? Now, people, listen, now this is deep and it's controversial, but I'm going to tell you why I think it is. People, I think deep down inside, Federer has like an unconscious arrogance. He's a little airy inside. Now, y'all know when he was like a teenager, he used to throw his racket and act all airy and stuff. And then he, on the outside, he corrected that. But if you look at the way Federer plays sometime, now listen, people. Now listen, I'm not talking about, you can be smooth and beautiful and walk around the court. I like when he walk around and strut around. I'm not talking about that right there. But people, today, when Federer was playing Djokovic, I felt sometime in the rallies, I felt Federer sometime was not trying to execute the right shot. I almost felt he was trying to, it was almost like he was trying to beat Djokovic by doing it easy. Okay? Beat Djokovic without grunting. Okay? Beat Djokovic without fighting hard. In other words, now listen, I'm not saying he's thinking that consciously, but on unconscious arrogance, it can make you do that. You'll be like, I'm too good to fight. That's why you don't grunt. People, listen, people, I told y'all, it is mind-boggling to me. I'm serious that a player as great as Federer, that his coaches, from his coach that he started off with as a kid, that one of those coaches that didn't sit down with him and say, okay, man, you got all the skill, you got the mental focus, but there's a category I want to make sure you got. It's called, sometime if things are not going your way, or if the match is close, I want to teach you the will, the fight, the emotional intensity that the tennis prophet is talking about, that when it's match point, you got to start grunting, especially if the other guy's grunting. Y'all hear Djokovic? Djokovic is grunting on some of those points. Djokovic is grunting, fighting. Federer is just over there, smooth, smooth, smooth. Djokovic is grunting. And on those two match points, people, now listen, people, I didn't have a problem with the strategy, okay, as far as how he came to the net or whatever. I had a problem with the lack of energy behind it. Y'all see what I'm saying? I have a problem with the lack of emotional intensity. Like, I guarantee you, if he would have done the same thing with more emotional intensity, I guarantee you Federer would have 21 majors now, okay? He would have won one of those points. Because if people don't understand something, when you throw emotional intensity behind something, it affects the other guy, because the other guy feel your toughness. It may make the other guy be a little more timid on how he plays. And it makes you put a little more power, little more control, little more heaviness on your shot when you throw that emotional stuff into it. Okay, people? Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay. Now, here's the second thing here. This is debatable, but this is the first time I've said this here. Okay, people, I've made many videos saying this here, that Federer wants to be the GOAT. He's the GOAT, arguably, because he wants to be the GOAT. And when you know how, if you want to be something and believe you that, you probably would be that. And I said that I don't think Nadal care that much about being the GOAT. I don't know about right now. Maybe Nadal sort of cares about it because he's closer, but I don't think Nadal cares that much about being the GOAT over Federer. I think he cares more now that he's closer. Now, I will say this. Djokovic, I think for the first time, I think Djokovic wants to be the GOAT now. Okay. Now, but let me go back to Federer, though, people. Another reason why I think Federer lost his match, people. Now, you can tie this into what I just said, but it's a different thing. People, you can listen to Federer's post-game news conference. He's like, it's almost like, okay. It was like that, really. Man, he didn't sound that frustrated to me. I don't think he even really wanted it. Now, I know you say, Magic Man, stop it. Stop it, Magic Man. Yes, of course he wanted to beat Djokovic. Don't be making no excuse for Federer. Don't people like Michael Jordan and Muhammad Ali know what I'm talking about. People, listen, Federer is rich as hell now. He's the most successful tennis player of all time. I mean, successful. I'm talking he got a $300 million lifetime contract. He got $300 million guaranteed, even if he ain't playing, okay? It's a lifetime contract with Iglo, or whatever the name of the company is. People, I got a sense today that Federer really didn't really want that his 21st major. That number 21. And I'm saying, now people, listen, I think Federer wanted to play well. You probably say, Magic Man, stop it. Federer was holding serve. He really wanted to win. No. He wanted to play well in front of everybody. He wanted to make this a good match, but he really didn't want this thing because you can see it in the tiebreakers. That's why, see, the tiebreakers tell you who really wanted it. He got beat on all 3 tiebreakers. He didn't even win. Listen, and Djokovic had control of all 3 tiebreakers, okay? So, Federer really didn't want this. Now, people that are really deep sports people, they know what I'm talking about. It's when you really want something. See, you can look like you really want something, but do you really want it? Have you ever heard a coach come before his players and say before the championship day, say, do you really want this? And the coach look at the players a second time and say, do you really want it? He's talking about what I'm saying. Like, that's what I would ask. That's what I would have asked Federer yesterday. Do you really want this? If Federer said yes, I say, Federer, do you really want it? Yes, but buddy, let me tell you something. I want to see you grunting just like Djokovic is grunting. If you really want it, you'll be grunting. If you really wanted this, when you have double match point, you'll be grunting, okay? Now, there was one Federer fan that said this here. They said the reason why Federer don't play, they agreed that could be that because Federer doesn't play with emotional intensity, it's cost him a lot of majors, okay? He would have like 35 majors now if he added this element to his game. But this Federer fan said that, well, he doesn't play that way because it would take too much energy away from him. No, listen, I didn't say he got to play that way all the time. But on certain points, man, you got to grunt. You got to dig deep, man. You can't just be acting like, okay, I'm just going to go through the motions and I got this. Especially if the guy's Djokovic and he's grunting, okay? So that's the way I see it. So, like I said before, the number one reason, the deep reason, because I think Federer, like I said before, I think he got an unconscious arrogance. It's a little airy. Now listen, I didn't say conscious. Federer's a good guy. He's not some guy trying to look down on people and stuff, but he got a little bit of that inside, like, oh, I'm too good to fight. I'm too good to grunt. Yeah, okay, you too good to grunt, but then you gonna lose against Djokovic then, okay? You better start grunting, man, in those major matches, especially at crucial points, okay? And the second reason, like I said before, the other reason was that Federer needs to play with emotional intensity, man, on those crucial points, emotions. If he threw that emotional stuff in there, man, he would have had like 35 majors. Probably would have beat Djokovic today. I believe so. Okay, people. So that's the way I look at the 2 match points that Federer blew. All right, and if he doesn't correct this thing, if he doesn't add the emotional intensity And if he don't change that, what I call that unconscious airy stuff, like I'm like too good to grunt, or too good to fight, or whatever's going on there, that's deep shit. It's deep stuff, man. I'm serious. I'm serious. But if he doesn't change that, I don't think he'll change that unconscious arrogance. I think that's just embedded in him. This is who he is, man. All right. You'll get the same results. All right. Tennis preacher, prophet, psychic, sign it off. Have a good one. The magic man, the tennis preacher, the prophet, the psychic, coming back at you again with another video.